For West Ham fans everywhere, this is the ultimate football app for you. For match highlights, interviews, and the best West Ham videos and podcasts. Download the free COY Irons app now from the App Store and Google Play.
You're listening to West Ham is Why We Drink. It's like hanging at the pub with your West Ham mates. Come on, you Irons!
And welcome to the initial episode of Jeopardy is Why We Drink. I'm your host, Wayne McMullen, and joining me in the studio today is 5 times world champion at Jeopardy is Why We Drink, Mr. Adam Frankel. Welcome, Adam.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Wayne. It's so good to be back on the show again to prove my great knowledge.
As I said, you are 5 times. Did I say 4 times or 5 times?
I have no idea.
I think it's 7 times, actually, that you're the world champion.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, the 6-time world champ.
And of course, because you're such an incredible contender at this, we've decided not to have any other contenders, and we're just going to let you see exactly how much you can do. So please choose your subject as what you'd like to go for. Start off with.
I'll go for crap, soon to not be Premier League teams, please.
Okay.
For 800 or 200, for any value.
You should go for the $800 one.
800, please, Bob.
Okay, it's Wayne.
Sorry, Wayne.
Okay, and the answer is the worst possible midfielder ever to play the game of football.
Who is Carlos Sanchez?
Correct.
Yes!
Correct.
Bam!
What's your next question?
I'll do nearly championship football teams for 400, please, Wayne.
And the answer is more than likely to be playing in the championship next season.
Who is Aston Villa?
I'm so sorry, you got that one wrong, Adam. It's actually West Ham United.
Oh, dang. Okay, I'll do bad clubs that play in claret and blue for 1,000.
And that is your daily double, Adam. You've
yes!
got the daily double.
Do I get something for? Is this the last question?
This is the last question.
And then the podcast is going to be over.
Possibly.
Okay, go.
Okay. The answer is it used to be a foreigner, and then it was a Scotsman, and then it was a foreigner again.
I think you've got the question wrong.
Oh, we shouldn't do this, Adam. We should just go back to West Ham's Why We Drink. I was trying to get Billage and Moyes in here somehow, but we're doing this off the cuff.
Yeah. What I think you meant is it was a Scotsman, then a foreigner, then a Scotsman.
No, it was a foreigner because it was Slaven Bilic first, and then it was someone who was almost a foreigner, which is a Scotsman because he's really not a foreigner.
And then a foreigner.
But
then it was a Scotsman again.
Yeah, that's it.
Anyway, I think it's time for... Should we just get into what was that?
I think that's an excellent idea. I guess we're back to our regular programming now, aren't we?
Yeah. Is that the same theme tune as the start theme tune?
No, I don't think it is.
I like it, my head rocked the same way as the intro.
I tried to choose some theme music that kind of like was similar, except when we did the pole dancing one, which of course they'll get to hear later on.
Yeah, we'll do that later.
So,
we didn't say what was going on.
Yeah,
on the show.
Maybe we should tell them what's going on with the show.
Do they need to know?
No, let's tell the buggers
social
what's going on.
shenanigans, pie and mashup. Obviously, this segment
exactly pole dancing,
and
then of course starting with this section, right?
Yeah. What was that? So what was that?
I don't know. What was that? That was us trying to be funny earlier. Do you think it worked?
Honestly, I mean, when I listen to this, it's a brand new thing with the way you edit it. So who knows?
I know. It could
I'll
be.
find out as to when all the viewers, listeners
I left a lot of stuff in last time. I even left in the joke about my missus.
Well, that wasn't a joke. Me and her did enjoy a screw.
Yeah, but it was a scotch.
Well, yeah.
It was a type of whiskey.
Well, yeah, I did. I know.
And it was smaller than what I usually give her. So anyway, let's first of all, let's go over what our predictions were for this last week, and let's get this ironic, miserable stuff over and done with as quick as possible.
We both, for some reason, thought we would beat Leicester.
Yeah, we did.
That was stupid.
I don't know. It's like,
It's ridiculous. And then you stupidly thought we'd beat West Brom.
I thought we'd beat West Brom
Once
2-0.
again, I got the correct outcome.
You got the correct outcome, but you said 3-1. Actually, I remember
loss
when I was
is a
watching
loss.
it because you weren't there at the weekend, were you?
No, I wasn't. I was out.
Where were you this weekend?
I was at a retreat at some camping thing called
with the Girl Scouts?
Sky Ranch.
You were with the Girl Scouts?
No,
again?
me and a bunch of boys went to a camp thing. It was actually really fun.
So it was a gay retreat then. I was wondering what happened to that email that actually somebody sent to us from Gay Review.
Oh God, here we go again. Yeah, you're the one that keeps signing up to these things.
I didn't sign up to him. Somebody's signing us up for him. So anyway, tell me what you first of all what you thought of the Leicester match.
The Leicester
I don't
match?
remember any of it personally.
Okay, so I
remember we lost it.
I didn't watch either of the games. Oh, was I meant to admit that?
Yeah, you weren't.
Okay.
But you did.
You
didn't watch any of the games.
You can cut it out.
Yeah,
But-
I can tell you what I drunk.
I can tell you what probably happened. I'm going to say some bad defending.
Yeah.
Allaire on his own up front.
Yeah.
Not really getting any service.
Yeah.
And not really making much impact.
No, that's correct.
Maybe one or two bad refereeing decisions.
yeah.
That's
what we always get, right?
A lackluster performance of players that don't look like they care about West Ham. How
You know
was
what?
I?
Yeah, spot on 100%, unfortunately.
Can I try and do the West Brom one as well?
Well, no, first of all, I want to
Okay.
go over what it was I had to drink because I think that's much more fun to go over than
Good
what the
idea.
actual game was.
Okay, go for it.
I started off with a coffee with Baileys and a drop of Jameson in it. I was sick that day. I was very, very ill. I had ippy tummy. I think it was still left over from the fishtail in me poop.
Oh.
I sat in front of the telly at home watching it and I finished off nearly that bottle of Jameson that we were drinking. So it was terrible. It was just bloody awful. I don't want to talk about it.
Who was your top shelf?
Snodgrass.
Did he? I don't even know.
Yeah, he
I don't
did.
know why I'm asking.
He did.
Who was the worst player on the pitch for you? The drink, whatever stupid
I'll
thing.
tell you what, I want to say Allaire.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he's disappointing me.
Okay. So my review for West Brom. Once
Yep.
again, no idea. Just saw the result.
Yep.
I'm just going to guess.
Let's be good.
Well, we lost 1-0. So and Carlos Sanchez started. So I'm sure he
my
was
God.
involved in not doing anything for the conceding the goal.
Oh no, he did a lot of really good stuff. He teased his hair out extra big,
Oh, okay.
and it looked really quite special.
Was he the normal? Did he get subbed off at half time?
Yes, he had to get subbed off at half time. He was terrible, mate. He was absolutely awful.
Well, I
and
mean-
it was his fault. The goal was his fault.
I'm not surprised.
He just absolutely sucked.
But I mean, this is the most ridiculous thing. I didn't see the game. It's just so predictable.
Yeah, it was brutal.
I literally haven't seen the game and can tell you, we conceded a goal and Carlos Sanchez started. Well, he'll be involved.
Yeah.
What the hell is David Moyes doing?
What I don't understand from that game is why he left Lanzini on. I mean, Fornals was having a bad match. He was. I think he must have given away easy 5 or 6 passes. I think, in fact, I think he passed more to the opposition's attackers than they even did themselves.
Well, and what's more embarrassing, I didn't watch the game, but here's what I did before, just because I do a little bit of prep, not much. Do you know how many changes West Brom made to their team that played in the league?
There was like 5 or 6, wasn't there?
They made more changes than us, Wayne.
Really?
They changed 8 players from their starting lineup. I looked at the squad. And
It was their B squad.
I'm not even kidding. I looked at it and do you know what I thought
Did you
to
see
myself?
how old their midfield was?
I looked at it and thought, oh my God, these guys are still playing professional football.
Seriously, when I saw Gareth Barry, I was like, do me a favour. I
I'm
thought
like,
he'd retired years ago.
Charlie Austin?
Yep.
Chris Brunt? I'm like, these guys are still playing?
Yeah.
I mean, when I saw O'Shea, I thought maybe it was John O'Shea, and he's like 40. It wasn't, but it could have been.
I think it was the most pathetic display of football I'd seen in donkey's years.
Up until this point of this weekend, genuinely in my heart, I was nervous about relegation, but I wasn't that concerned. Because I really thought, you know what?
Yeah, you did say you weren't going to talk about relegation until was it March or April?
Well, I did say that, and the reason I said that is because people always overreact.
Yeah, they do.
And they talk about this way before they need to, and I'm like, you know what? We've got plenty of time.
We don't have time anymore, mate.
The reality is, I mean, I am now. I feel sick about it. I genuinely think that we're in a lot of trouble. There's no doubt.
I think we're in major trouble, especially looking at the games we've got coming up. In fact, let's do our prediction then for this week. I mean, God, we got
we need to start thinking a bit more sensibly about predictions.
Well, you know what? And here's the thing, and I said this to you beforehand. I think I'm predicting with my heart instead of my head a lot of the times because, quite frankly, my head doesn't work that well any longer. So actually, my heart doesn't work very well either.
Yeah, you're right.
4 heart attacks later.
Yeah, 4
Maybe I
heart
should
attacks
just
not
start
out.
predicting with my head instead of my heart.
Well, do you know what? I really want to predict 1-0 to West Ham.
You do?
It is a ridiculous thing to say, but like...
It would be West Ham.
It would be
but here's
so
the thing.
West Ham
It
to
would
do
be,
that.
It would be so West Ham if we didn't have such a incredibly lackluster, non-trying type of squad right now, though. I mean, they don't seem to put anything together, which is why I would love to be able to say, oh, this is just the sort of thing that we do. I just don't see it. And looking at the way Liverpool's playing, I think they could go out there and play some 14-year-olds and they'd probably beat us.
The worrying thing is that they just rested a bunch of their players in their cup match.
Yeah.
They literally played people I've never seen the names before in my life. They drew with Shrewsbury Town.
Yeah.
But the reality is their first team just got a week off. Ours didn't.
No.
You know, we didn't rest many of our players. The only ones that got rested came on at half time. They've played 23 games and they've literally won 22 and drawn 1.
Here's a question for you. Could we just forfeit the game?
I mean,
why couldn't we just forfeit the game and then? Because I'm more
3-0.
worried. I'm more worried about goal difference at this point.
I mean, we'd bring the game into disrepute with probably...
I say just chuck in the towel, walk out there and say, sorry, you guys win. We're going home now. Everyone down the pub and Golden Sullivan and Brady buy everybody a drink.
That would be one sure... I didn't know that there would be a way that the club could piss fans off anymore. But you're right, that is an option. And it's an option. The reality is a 3-0 automatic defeat is likely a better result than we're going to get. So, talking of which, what's your prediction? I've got mine in my head now, and I hate that I'm about to say it, but I'm going to...
I hate to say this. I'm going to say 5-0.
I'm going to go 6.
Yeah. I don't see us. I can't see how we can win that.
I've seen them a couple of times this season, and they're
look brilliant.
So good.
They really are. I hate saying that.
It makes me feel sick.
You know, I'm kind of grateful it's on a Wednesday, so I won't really be able to watch it, and I'm not even going to try and sneak to watch it on my computer at work. Oh, I will. Who am I kidding?
Yeah, I'm going to probably go and
I'm
watch
that
it.
much of a sucker for punishment.
I don't think I've got any other plans Wednesday, so what I probably will do is drink a lot, and who knows what will happen.
I hope,
you know,
beyond all miracles that
we've got a game in
when
hand.
you were on that retreat, did you do a lot of praying, mate? Because
I did.
Good. I hope West Ham was in that somewhere. I mean, I know it's kind of petty praying about a football team.
No, it's not petty. It's not petty at all.
Okay, good. So I'll
the problem
definitely drop one in there too.
My pastor Afshin, who was also like speaking at this thing, he's a massive Liverpool fan.
Oh God! So he was doing some praying as well. Then
he doesn't need to.
He doesn't need to.
They don't need prayer.
I think Liverpool made a deal with the devil.
Well, saying that, one of their players, did you see in the news? I think Firmino, he got baptized. Alisson baptized him. So they've even got Jesus on their side.
Oh God. Him
and
too.
God, yeah.
Him too.
So 5-0, 6-0.
Okay, then we've got Brighton and Hove Albion at the weekend on Saturday. And I think we're going to get so beaten up. I just don't. I'm not even giving a prediction for it, mate.
No, you are. I'm going to go 2-0 Brighton. Go on, mate.
2-1 Brighton.
All right.
I think we'll get one out of it. Actually, and I'm thinking with my heart again.
All right, well, you know what? Enough of this junk.
Yeah, actually, we've got a great partner in the form of ComeOnYouIrons.com, who have a fantastic app, and let's hear a little bit from them.
For West Ham fans everywhere, this is the ultimate football app for you. For match highlights, interviews, and the best West Ham videos and podcasts. Download the free COY Irons app now from the App Store and Google Play.
And of course, when they say the best podcast, they're talking about...
Did they say the best podcast or the best app?
The best podcasts.
Did they? Oh, yeah.
They're talking about us, of course.
Yeah, of course. Are they?
I think we've got one of the best out there. We're not run of the mill like everybody else's.
It is pretty cool though. I like their app. I've got it right here.
I tell you, I actually refer to their app more than anything else now. I mean, I like the way it's laid out. It's got a nice clean layout. You can find stuff, and you know the cool thing about it is even though it's West Ham centric, you can still find out stuff about what's going on in the Prem with it as well.
Yeah,
it's a
I
good
like
app.
that.
It's a good app. You know what? We actually convinced somebody to join Twitter this week.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we didn't really.
Well, we did.
He was just like, "Oh, you use Twitter more than anything else, so I'm gonna have to join Twitter."
I think Anthony's our number one fan, don't you?
Yeah, Anthony Turan. So he is he's one of our new Twitter follows, along with at Webham7 and at Adam Leatherbarrow. But also, Anthony just did a spot on American Hammers TV.
He did,
right?
actually. It was very good.
So get onto YouTube, have a look, search him up, and watch his video.
You know what was cool when he was on American Hammers TV? He actually had our West Ham's Why We Drink t-shirt on.
Yeah, he
and
repped
look
our
what
t-shirt.
I'm doing today. I'm wearing the American Hammers TV t-shirt in
That's
honor
true.
of them.
He is.
So, yeah, they got a lot of really good t-shirts on their shop there. So,
Okay, and some new Facebook followers.
I don't get to do one now?
Well, I don't even see, you've written some names down.
I wrote some names down
None
here.
of them are on this list.
Well, they're not
So I
on
don't
your
know
list.
where
They're
you
on
got
my
them
list.
from.
I got them from the list. So we got Chaz Sheck, who's actually part of the Maryland Hammers. Eric Lazelle, who's from over there in England. He's one of the admins for one of the forums on Facebook. And my old friend who I used to work with back in London, Karen Montero. And she listens to the podcast as well.
There's another new follower as well I'd like us to talk about as well.
Who is it?
It's a female listener it's a new like on the Facebook page.
Who is it?
Shit, let me have a look at her. Oh, yeah, pretty decent actually.
It's my missus, isn't it?
Kim McMullen.
Yes.
She's there. And she's actually on the list.
Yeah, it's funny. You know what she said to me this week? She goes, Why aren't I in your Dallas Hammers group? I said, well, I don't want you in it, babes. She's like, why? I said, well, because it's the last bastion of male chauvinism.
Oh, God.
That's why whenever somebody wants to join and it's like their girlfriend or their wife, I always go up to the person and say, you okay with your girlfriend or your wife joining the group? I used to. I don't do that anymore.
We're talking about a guy who, Kim's in the kitchen making dinner
she's
now.
She's doing a nice beef stew, actually. She says she's going to prepare you a little
I'm
dish to go
excited
home.
to try it.
So I'll tell you what, she makes an excellent beef stew.
I'm excited to try.
It
was, we had a nice screw ball last week, and now we get some stew ball.
Now you get to get a bit of a beef stew.
Yeah, she's going to give me a beef in. Does this make sense?
No, it doesn't make any sense.
Social shenanigans.
I've got a couple.
All right, you go one first, and then I'll do one. Go, and then you can do another one.
Okay, so my first one is, and I thought this was a good one to do because I know that you're a big fan of Joe Cole, same as I am.
That's really funny, Wayne.
Whack job. So he had an interview on BT Sport, and he said the fans aren't hard to please. They want players who have fight, graft, and flair. I've seen too many players go to West Ham and have a holiday. You can tell Joe Cole still really cares about his former club. Hashtag FA Cup tonight. The guy's brilliant. What do you think about that? There's all those rumours about him possibly joining Moyes' backroom staff.
Well, I mean, he's got zero experience. So
I tell you what, though, the way he talks, I've watched a bunch of his little interviews. You can tell he's still got a lot of passion for West Ham United, and I love that.
He always has. Yeah, he went through. He's come back to us, and that's where he started.
Yeah.
Anyway, a social shenanigan that's actually a little bit entertainment, unlike yours. West Ham United. What are you doing?
Nothing.
You turning me down?
No, I'm not turning you down.
What are you touching that knob for?
No, nothing.
Are you playing with that knob? What are you doing?
I wasn't playing with any knobs at all.
You were.
I wasn't playing with any knobs at all.
Is that my mute button, or are you changed it trying to make me yell a sound effect?
I just like watching you get all paranoid.
I'll pour my drink all over that thing.
Okay, so West Ham United, in their genius expertise, they're so organised. They like to post a map of where will you be watching the game today. And in other news, apparently Lima and Mexico City have a 12-hour time difference.
That'll explain why they're so messed up down there.
Not only that, but the times were absolutely wrong of when the game was there.
One of our Dallas Hammers, Indy Bellina, he commented on it saying,
we can't even get a simple poster with the times correct. The Lima and the Mexico times are wrong. Also, I didn't realise there was a 12-hour time difference between Lima and Mexico either.
So, I mean, it just highlights, once again, the joke of a club that we love.
Lord, it's mental. It's absolutely mental.
You got another entertaining one for us as well, right?
I have, actually. I've got one. It's from the Queen City Hammers.
The Queen?
Yeah,
She's a West Ham fan.
Here, my husband and I.
She is a West Ham fan, though.
She is a West Ham fan. Yeah, I know that. I know that.
Long live the Queen.
Yeah, there you go. And the Queen City Hammers said the former manager that wasn't good enough beating the better former manager wasn't good enough. Eat, sleep, repeat, West Ham.
It's a true story.
It's totally true. What do you think they said to each other at the end of it? I've seen a bunch of memes that have got like things on them because Slav came over to David Moyes at the end of it, and you could see it. Slav looked like a worldly old professor with that beard, didn't he?
I reckon Slav probably says something like, "Oh, hello, David. I got one question for you. Did they give you second welcome to Club Dildo? Or because you already got one first time, you just keep dildo from before?"
And I think David Moyes probably answered, "Luckily who?" And I'm like, "She's like, you wanker."
What's he goes up the bum hole?
There you go. It's just actually what he did say is that, "Hey mate, I found a packet of John Players in the back of the desk drawer. They're yours."
I think that they were actually words. I've got no idea what they were.
Because of course Slav is a smoker.
Oh, okay.
There you go. I should have said Rothmans. You would have got it easier, wouldn't you?
No, I don't smoke. So,
no.
Do you know what? I think it's time to go for West Ham.
Shift it into gear, mate. Ready?
It's like driving that little scooter in LA.
Hey, you did one of those, right? What was that like? You said it was kind of scary when you first looked at it.
Oh, I thought I was going to die.
You plonker, you wimp.
I was told you're not allowed to go on the pavement with it. Sorry, on the sidewalk.
So you had to ride it on the street?
In the car in LA.
I think I should point out that Adam's a rather interesting driver. It's one of the only people I've actually got car sick in with when he gave me a ride home once.
Oh, that is a load of bull.
It is not a load of bull.
Oh my God.
That first time you gave me a ride home, it's like Adam changes lanes when he changes radio channels.
That is a load of nonsense.
That's why your parents gave you one of those cameras.
Anyway, time for full West Ham. They did actually give me one of those cameras.
And I said, why did they give you a camera? And he's like, well, just in case I get in an accident or something.
Oh my God, you're right. That actually
yes,
did give
it's
me
right.
Like
exactly.
A crash cam.
There you go. They gave you a crash cam.
Me.
I love your mum. She's brilliant. I've never met her, but I tell you what, when I finally go over to England, and I've been threatening it for years, I'm going to go meet your mum.
I'm not even going to say anything. I don't want this
I wouldn't
progressive.
steep that low, mate.
What are you saying?
I'm going to.
What are you saying?
No, I'm not saying anything. You
want to steep that low?
Well, I don't know. You said she's short, right?
She is quite short, yeah.
There you go.
Okay,
how hot? Okay, there you go.
So, for West Ham, number 29. Jack, our boy Jack, again.
Gambardella.
Leave it to West Ham to oh, God, I can't talk. Okay.
It's called capitulate.
Sorry,
Adam.
we'll take two, director, when you're ready.
Yeah, hold on. All quiet on set, please. Thank you. Take two. Action.
Leave it to West Ham to capitulate. Oh, God. God's sake. Oh my God.
And he's reading it as well and still can't get it right. Capitulate.
Okay, all right, car.
Okay, ready? Okay.
Let's go again.
All quiet on set, please.
Sorry for the lack of professionalism.
All quiet on set, please. Okay, take 3 and action.
Leave it to West Ham to capitulate in the semi... I was so focused on capitulate. Okay, I'm going to do it. Take 4.
Okay,
Take 4.
All quiet on set. Thank you very much. Take 4 for the lunatic going one more time. Action.
Leave it to West Ham to capitulate in a cup semi-final. We beat Birmingham in the first leg of the Carling Cup semi-final 2-1 at home and led 1-0 away at half-time in the second leg. Birmingham needed 3 goals to turn the tie around. Could we stop that from happening? Could we? Of course not. We lost.
Yeah, exactly. I'll tell you, you know what was even funnier than that tweet was you reading it.
Yeah, you probably were. All right, number 28. I'm going to do this properly.
Okay, ready? Now, concentrate, Adam. There's
this.
no pressure
Let me read it first.
No pressure whatsoever, okay? Take your time. Get into the
I feel like we
character.
talked about this one previously.
We did talk about it before, but it's a good one, though. I like it.
It is. Hang on a second. What I think, though, is... Hang on,
Adam's got the Hooked on Phonics special up on his phone right now.
What does that mean? How to speak? Is that a thing about how to speak?
It's like, why don't you speak proper like what I do?
All right, so number 28. After relegation in 2011, more on that in a later episode, Avram Grant was sacked in the tunnel after the final whistle. Grant was apparently told to find his own way home after the game, but Scott Parker fought to allow the manager to travel back with the team. Poor Avram.
Hey, I'm just wondering, I'm all about double entendre. Do you think being sacked in the tunnel was something dirty?
Probably. But because we've had that before, I'm going to do one more.
Okay.
Number 27, the 2004 Mother's Day Massacre. What? Did someone's mother?
Beryl, don't listen to this one.
Yeah, mum, don't please
listen to
cover
this
your
one.
ears, please.
Cover
for
your
this
ears
one.
now.
We slumped to our heaviest defeat to Millwall since 1912, and we did so in true West Ham style. We somehow managed to score an own goal, concede 2 penalties, and have a man sent off. But it could have been worse. Millwall actually missed both penalties.
You know, I'm actually not too depressed doing this show today. I don't know why, but I'm not too depressed. Maybe it's because I've resigned myself to the fact that we're really beyond sucky this year.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
So, don't please. I call out the elephant in the room. When there's something that's blatantly wrong, I'm like...
That's the mirror.
Get out of here. Be like, down, Dumbo.
I think you should call yourself Dum Dum instead of Dumbo.
Down, Dum
Down,
Dum.
Dum Dum. Winnie the elephant packed his trunk, said goodbye to the circus.
Off
What is
I
going
went.
on? We're like delusional.
I think we are.
Do you know what?
Do you think we're giving the West Ham fans a laugh, though?
I can only hope.
I hope so, too.
I mean,
If they
like I
haven't all
said,
killed themselves by now. Yeah, I think that was a pretty good social shenanigans, don't you think so, Adam?
yeah, Johnny
Did we actually did we go through anything social?
Yes, of course we did.
We did. Okay.
Well,
This
didn't shout
episode's
many
going pretty
people
fun. Well, we shouted a few out. We didn't shout anybody out on Instagram. But I don't think we had any new followers on Instagram this
oh, I
week.
don't even have it. So
So I very rarely go into Instagram. I'm more a Twitterer. You ready for the next segment, mate?
oh yeah, hold on. So you mentioned that Courtney recorded the thing to that, but that didn't sound like her at all.
No, it was her, mate. I mean, she actually, we were at the pub and she's like, I'll do a few for you when I get home. And then she waited like a long time to do it. And then the next week she goes, have a listen to these. And she'd actually recorded them, on like a proper recording device, because the first one she did on that, just over the phone. It didn't sound
Because
right.
you said to me, and I hope she doesn't get mad, but you did say to me, she's like, oh yeah, she's recorded one, but it isn't very good.
Well, that's because she did it via the phone message thing.
But that was the last I heard, and so I was like, oh, I was expecting it to be some trash, and then I heard that, and I'm like, oh, that isn't even Courtney.
No, dude, she,
It was amazing.
She did a really good job of it.
I mean, I won't lie, I got a little bit,
yeah,
a little bit of magic started to
a little bit of magic happened,
did
didn't it? Hello, Miss Courtney. Well, let's let everybody get a little bit of that magic, shall we?
Yeah, let's play that music.
Let's get into the old hammers pole dancing.
Now it's time for pole dancing. Presented by Hammers Poles.
Oh, yeah.
She doesn't sound American at all.
She
I
sounds
literally thought you
Polish,
got
doesn't
like
she?
I thought you had got a Polish person to
I
do it.
know, she sounds really
Well
good.
done, Courtney. Hey, your
Courtney,
next drink's
brilliant.
on me.
Unbelievable.
So, what we got?
We've got a couple of ones here. It's and of course we should mention that this is the one that we partner up with Hammers Poles on, and Hammers Poles has done some good things for us in the past. On a couple of the polls, one of them said, "Who starts up front with Haller on Wednesday?"
Against Liverpool.
Yeah, either a Yeti or a Yeti or whatever his name is, the Abominable Snowman, or Ole, 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 Ole,
Antonio, Antonio,
Well,
So that question's really easy.
yeah.
No one. Are you kidding me? I don't even think we should play a lair. Play like seven defenders, 4 centre backs with 2 wing backs.
You complained the other week because we had too many defenders on the bench.
Yeah,
Now
that was in a game that I hoped that we would attack and win. This, I would rather have... Oh, God, I'd rather play 2 goalkeepers, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, I think we're going to need it the way that they're firing all cylinders. Don't you think that we should just go for it? I mean, we're going to lose anyway, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so don't we just go for it?
No. And here's why. Because we've got a game in hand. No one else is playing. Right now, we're at 17th.
So you just think we should go
likelihood
park the bus?
If not, we will be in 19th place.
Yeah.
We literally can lose 2 league places and no one else needs to kick a ball. Our only hope is that we get some sort of counter-attack. Honestly, I would play...
I think it's all wingers. It's
I
a
would
game about
actually
wingers.
play Antonio up front on his own, because if we're going to get anything in this game, it's going to be a counter-attack with pace.
Yeah.
And Allaire doesn't have that.
Yes,
so
none.
if we want any hope of a fluke, then we need to start Antonio on his own up front.
Antonio up front. I'm hoping that Snodgrass is going to be okay because he's at least a little bit of meat in the midfield there. 17.8% said Start
Abominable
the
Snowman.
Abominable Snowman, and
82's
82.2% said start.
Well, given
Antonio.
those two, you would pick that. But, I mean, because Yeti's done nothing at all.
I don't envy David Moyes his job in picking a squad for that match.
All right,
I mean,
know
you've
what
got
we haven't
to
talked
look
about-
at what we've done recently.
What
and go,
he needs to do
what
is
do you
sign
need?
some freaking players.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that, have we? Do you think we're gonna sign any players before the window is out? I mean, the rumours are out there. The Payet rumour. Would you have Payet back?
At this point, I couldn't care less. We need to get some players.
I would have Payet back right now.
I don't care who we get back in. We have to sign players. We don't have any depth in our squad.
None at all.
And if the board do not sign anybody,
and we've let everybody
I'm
out
all
on
for
loan.
having them shot.
Even the youngsters that were half decent, we've let them all out on loan.
It
doesn't make
it is
any
beyond
bloody
belief
sense
to me.
whatsoever.
Beyond belief. I mean, we've let more players go out on loan this window, and so far
And we
we've
sold
got
Samuelson,
no one.
even though he wasn't like brilliant. But I mean, we still
Doesn't
sold
matter.
him.
We're
Yeah.
having to play jokes like Carlos Sanchez.
Here's a question for you.
I think the key thing here is we need players.
What position would you get in?
I said it last week. I think we should do our best to get Bowen from Hull City. I think that he would be a very good addition to the team.
He's a midfielder, isn't he?
Yep, he is.
What about Joe Allen? If that's all we could get.
At this point, it literally doesn't matter. We need some players in central midfield.
We do.
We also could do with a right back because Fredericks is injured a lot.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be adverse to having someone on the bench who can play up front who's got pace.
Here's the thing, though, mate. You're talking about signing him on a loan or signing him to buy? Because right
Doesn't
now,
matter. Doesn't matter.
I only see us getting loans right now.
Regardless.
if I'm a half decent player, and even if they've offered me decent money, I don't think I'd want to go to West Ham right now.
The board claim they care about West Ham.
They do not.
Regardless of this, they should care.
They care about their pockets.
Exactly. I don't get it. I am about as motivated to record an episode of this podcast as the West Ham players are after a half-time team talk from David Moyes.
Oh, God. What do you think his halftime team talk sounds like?
I also was
What is he doing?
bastard.
They don't look at you the left side. Look at you with you doing it. Scored the goal.
I mean, I didn't even watch the game, so I can't see if we. At least he made changes.
You are lucky.
At least he made 3 changes.
I tell you what, the interview that he gave afterwards said that he wished he could have made more than 3.
Did he say that?
He said he wished he could have made more than 3.
Well, he's got no one to blame but himself. He's the one that picked the damn starting lineup.
Well, I don't think he thought they were going to be as lackluster as they actually were.
Once again, it's his goddamn that's his job to motivate the players.
Yeah.
Motivate the players.
I thought
pick
he
a
would be
team
able
that
to.
are competent.
I thought he would be able to.
mean,
I'm disappointed.
I'm glad I didn't hear that because that's like saying, saying, I wish I could have made more changes at half time. May as well have just said, well, I'm shit at me job. That's what he's saying.
Has he now become Fat Sam all of a sudden? Hey, I'm shit at my job. I'm shit at my job, and I can't even do a Scottish accent any longer.
Hey, laddie. He's like, I'm shit at me job, laddie. Was that bad as well?
Yeah, that was pretty bad as well,
what's
mate.
next?
Don't worry
Let's
about
get
it.
out of this
So
round.
let's have a look at the next Hammers poll. We've got one more here. Would you be okay with the club being called West Ham Red Bull or Red Bull West Ham if it meant Red Bull would buy the team?
I don't care.
You would be okay with the team being called Red Bull West Ham?
Well, at the moment, we're West Ham Dildo Brothers, London West Ham anyway, so who cares?
It says
we
that
don't
on
even,
the it
our
says it on the badge.
identity has already been stripped from us at this
But we're
point.
still West Ham United. I mean, we would be...
Barely West Ham United.
But we still are.
Barely.
We are. You're speaking like a crybaby millennial.
Wow.
I'm being honest.
What's the difference? West Ham is still West Ham, isn't it?
If they wanted to take us over, I mean, and this, of course, has all come about because the rumours flying about again that maybe Red Bull are going to want to do a takeover. And, of course, they've done a good job with, was it Leipzig? And who was the other team that they picked up?
Have they, though?
Well, they're doing better than they were before they took over.
No, honestly, I would rather us...
I should take a picture right now. Adam just took his headphones off and his hair's standing up.
Well, at least I've got hair, you tosser. You don't have any.
I'd rather not have any if it looked like that. That's what my hair would look like if Red Bull took over.
To be fair, I did just finish my can of Red Bull.
Hello.
Cheers.
Exactly.
Well, actually,
we should point that out that Adam is actually a big fan of Red Bull.
Yeah, I'm drinking Red. Actually,
What do you drink with it? You always drink Red Bull.
Vodka
with something.
Red Bull is what I always drink.
Oh my
That's
God.
but it's because I don't like coffee.
Did you ever think that maybe you should ease off the Red Bull just a little bit?
Do you ever think you shut your whore mouth?
Seriously though, I would have
Yeah,
no problem
I
with
love
them,
Red Bull.
with them naming the stadium Red Bull London Stadium. That's fine. I don't want. I was upset enough when they changed the badge. We're not going to agree on this one.
I actually
don't
would
want it.
rather not be bought by Red Bull. I'd rather be bought by...
Who would you rather be bought by?
Sheikh Ali, as you can see, Ali Ababa. Some
Kazam.
rich oil person with a billion, with, you know, some rich
There's
billionaire.
that rich sheik. What's his name? Mustafa Sheet. That geezer. He's a. Hello?
Any of those
My name's
people.
Mustafa Sheet. I'd like to buy your team.
That's German. It's not a sheik, is it?
He's a
Mustafa. That's a German name, isn't it?
Mustafa is not a German name,
Isn't
you
it?
plonk. No. Heinrich is a German name. Heinrich or
Adolf.
Johann or Adolf. Not Mustafa. God blimey. You really didn't get any sleep,
I was
did
getting
you?
mixed up with Mustafi, the Arsenal player.
Oh my God. Good God. I think we've beat this horse to death, haven't we?
Yeah, we're going to talk about the PK challenge.
Yeah, I think it's great. We've got great response to that.
I know, I'm really excited. So first of all, apologies to the Hammer supporter groups who we didn't have room for, because
we only have room for 8 this first one.
yeah, we wanted to see how it goes. You know, we didn't want to like overcommit and overstretch. So there are a few Dallas Hammer fan clubs who wanted to be involved that we just didn't have room for. So
A few West Ham fan clubs. There's only one Dallas Hammers.
did I say
fan.
Dallas Hammers?
Yeah, there's only one Dallas
my
Hammers
God, that's
fan club.
because written behind you is Dallas Hammers.
It's because when you're there, you're drinking so much, you see everybody in triplicate.
No, literally
That's what
my
it is.
eyesight, if you look there, in my full eyesight, all I can see is the words Dallas Hammers.
That's a
and
pathetic
I'm
excuse.
so tired that that's just what's come out.
But no, there was a lot of them that actually, a lot of groups did jump on and say, hey, we want to be part of it. But we had to take the first 8.
Yeah, so we're going to do a draw next week. We just need to get the names of the people representing each of the fan clubs. And we're going to do a nice draw next week. And hopefully, along with the draw, we might even have the first round match. Yeah, if we can organise it.
I don't know that we'll be able to organise that. We're really
It depends
not
on
that
how many
organised.
goals Liverpool score against us.
Yeah,
to
seriously,
our,
'cause if they score a lot, we're not going to feel like organising it.
or even having an episode
Yeah, exactly. We might just play a repeat.
of this one.
Yeah, this one. Just say, and here you go this week, or we might actually finish off the Jeopardy episode.
Yeah, I could be the 8-time world champion of Jeopardy instead.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility.
But it's going to be fun. So
It's a plus. And of course, we'll be reaching out to you during the course of this week to say, hey, you've been selected.
Should we say who's in it now or not?
No, let's leave it to next week. Let's make it, because I want to tell them in person.
You want to tell him in person on there?
No, I want
This
to tell
doesn't
them.
come out
No,
until Wednesday.
no,
You've still got time. All right, fine.
I'm hedging the best bets here.
Let's
We
just-
know the Dallas Hammers is going to be in it.
We don't know who, because loads of people want to do
Yeah.
it.
Here's a question for you. James wants to be in it, doesn't he? He wants to be the Dallas Hammers representative. Would you
yeah.
guys think that we're fixing it if we put James in it?
That's a good question, because I would like James to represent the
I would
Dallas
too.
Hammers,
He's a good lad.
and also the fans want to hear from him. You know.
Yeah.
So and I shouted into the ground. I dug a hole and shouted in, like, "Would you like to do it?" And I think I heard a muffled yes from
Well,
10 feet under.
When you walked away, it wasn't just a muffled yes. I saw a hand stick up through the sodden earth, and in that hand was a notepad and it said, "Yes, please."
All right, it's time for pie mashup. You've killed it.
Double pie, mash, and liquor, please.
I don't really like pie and mash.
I like it.
West Ham's so bad, we're going to do a really an appropriate song for the
Now
moment.
let's tell the real reason why we're doing this, because you talked so much in the last couple of segments that we don't have time to do a whole pie mashup.
Well, every time I always talk too much, you cut it out. What's the difference now?
When you screw up so many times, I've got to leave those in.
That's a good point. That's fair.
Which one would you want to do first?
I mean, I thought we were going to make this funny, but you've already ruined the humour out of it.
You know, you just didn't plan it properly, because I didn't even have it on the list. And you're like, I thought we could do a pie mashup, but I don't know.
Okay, so we're going to do the West Ham one first. It's appropriate. You'll need it for the Liverpool game. So
We're shit, and we know we are. We're shit, and we know we are. We're shit, and we know we are. Adam's shit, and he's bigger shit. He's shit, a much bigger shit. He's shit.
So my
We should have done something. Can we do it over again?
oh, for God's sake, fine. What?
Okay. Ready? Let's go. Ready? We're shit, and we know we are. My shit has got a fishtail in it. My shit has got a fishtail in it.
That's terrible. Okay, forget West Ham chants. We're going to do something different. So I'm going to give you the funniest chant I've ever heard at an away match. And this was Manchester United away, back in the days of Park Ji-sung. And I cracked up.
Why were you at a Manchester United Tottenham match?
What? Where did you get Tottenham from, you moron?
Isn't that who he plays for now?
What, Park Ji-sung? He's like 58. He's retired about 20 years ago, you moron.
Yeah, all of these...
my gosh. You're talking about Son.
All of these Korean names sound alike to me, mate.
So racist.
All of these Korean names sound alike to me.
Unbelievable.
I don't know.
Do you know what? That's why in their training games before the last World Cup, the Korean team, they all wore different numbers. And the coach came out and said, well, everyone always says that they can't tell the difference between our players, that they all look the same. So to confuse people, we had them all wear different shirts. So the song goes like this. It goes, Park, park, wherever you may be. You eat dog in your own country. It could be worse. You could be scouse eating rats in your council house.
Oh my God.
And we're playing Liverpool, so it's a good appropriate chant.
It's a good one.
Oh, we could have also done sign on with a pen in your hand, and you'll never get a job. You'll never get a job. Sign on. There we go.
I love that song.
Nice little anti-Liverpool. Are there any other anti-Liverpool chants we got?
There is one, but it's really quite foul.
Oh, there was one that India was talking about. In your, what's it called? In
your council house with
in
your
your
rats.
Liverpool slum or something. Oh, in
your Liverpool slum.
Yeah, we can't.
Yeah,
sing
we can't
that
sing
one.
it because it's really derogatory.
Google it. They'll steal your wallets. They'll steal our hubcaps, and they're going to take all 3 points from us.
It's very, very true. Okay, so that takes us to the end of another phenomenal episode, Master
So good.
Adam.
Thanks
It was
so
good.
much for listening. We love you.
Well, thanks so much for recording, because I know you're really tired, which is
Yeah.
obvious from all the screw-ups you made in it.
Probably. I mean, I'd like to think that you'd edit out to make me sound good. But I
I'd
know
like
that's
to
not
hear
gonna
you
happen.
capitulate on it a little bit, perhaps.
Well, thanks to all of our partners. We mentioned Come On You Irons earlier, and
We mentioned Hammers Poles and American Hammers TV.
drinkwaredesign.com.
We didn't mention them.
I just did.
Okay, that's good. We like that. Is there anybody else we need to mention?
No, I mean, you can't spell.
We mention
the name.
our listeners.
You can't spell the name of my company.
I know, but
Apparently, the word press is a bit too difficult for you.
Well, it's like you said you didn't want me to put Press Parts Inc. in
You've
it.
still written it, haven't you?
Did I?
Well, barely. It's not
Did
spelled
I?
correctly.
Where is it? Where did I put it?
At the end where it says
Oh, I
closing.
left an S out of it.
Anyway, thanks
whatever.
thanks to all of our listeners.
You guys are brilliant.
We appreciate you guys, and thanks for getting involved in this tournament. Oh, we didn't.
Oh, yeah, we didn't say what the name of it is, did we?
Yeah, well, it's stupidly called the Sweet FA Cup.
It's not stupidly called the Sweet FA Cup.
What a stupid
because we're
idea.
giving them Sweet FA for winning it.
No, we're not. We're giving them a prize.
Yeah, but it's hardly worth anything.
Oh, that's what you think.
Really? Are you going to go dig deep for this one?
Yeah, I'm actually going to go to a game and get something.
Oh, that's brilliant. You going to
Yeah.
get somebody to sign it, maybe? Yeah, Adam's going to get somebody to sign it as well.
No, I don't think I've got that. I'm just thinking. I don't think I can make that happen.
No, I don't know, but it's going to be something with a lot of signatures on it. Won't be any
We
West
can
Ham
sign it.
signature.
We
We'll
can
sign it
sign
for
it.
you. We'll sign it for you.
They'll be
There
like,
you
no,
go.
I'd rather not. Please don't ruin it. Please don't ruin whatever tat you bring in.
It's been a trying time, Adam.
Yeah,
Very
it's-
trying.
it's irrelevant,
Very
doesn't
trying.
matter.
You went on your pastoral getaway.
I went to a pasture.
Your pastoral,
Pastures are new.
Your pastoral getaway.
What?
he bagum. He went to his pastoral getaway.
It was like 2
He
nights.
had a lovely time. 2 nights in the countryside in a bunk bed with his friends.
Well, I wasn't in a bunk bed. I was in a loft bed. Anyway, we're meant to be saying goodbye to people. Why is this episode still going? I want to go home and go to bed.
I want to see how I can
I
make
want to
you
eat
fall
your
asleep.
wife's stew.
Stew.
You said that her stew's good.
It's the best stew ever. Say goodnight, Adam. What does it
Good night,
usually say?
Adam.
What does
Oh,
it-
yeah, I didn't say it at all, did I?
What'd you say?
Stay positive. Love your life.
Eat all your vegetables and look both ways before you
Okay,
cross
but
the road.
seriously though, West Ham fans, this is a heartfelt message. At times like this,
Definitely eat all your vegetables because it's
forget
really
your
important.
vegetables, but like mental health is important. If this stresses you out, talk to a friend. Like, I know it seems trivial, but we care about West Ham.
Don't
so
put your bottle of beer down anywhere. because somebody might drop something in it.
I'm trying to be serious here.
I am too.
Oh, I'm done with this. Cheers.
Ready? Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
3,
Cheers.
2, 1.
Cheers.
Bubbles in the air, they fly and so high. Like my dreams, they fade and die. Legends always hiding, I looked everywhere. I forever like bubbles, putting bubbles in the air. I forever like bubbles, putting bubbles in the air. I forever like bubbles, putting bubbles in the air. They fly and so high. Like my dreams, they fade and die. Legends always hiding, I looked everywhere. I forever like bubbles, putting bubbles in the air. I forever like bubbles, putting bubbles.